When your cat brings you gifts, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it might seem a little disturbing, a toy, a bug, sometimes something you really didn't want to see. But behind that simple action, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded and instinctive behaviors your cat can show you. And if you ignore it or react the wrong way, which most owners do, you might actually confuse them or miss what they've been trying to communicate all along. Let's start with what bringing you gifts really means. Have you ever wondered why your cat walks up to you and drops something right at your feet? Most people think it's random, or that their cat is just playing. Some even think the cat is trying to show off. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat is deliberately choosing you as the recipient. This isn't accidental. Behavioral scientists who study feline behavior have observed that cats don't leave prey or objects just anywhere. They place them in specific locations, often near the people they trust most. This is where most owners get it wrong. You think, "Why are you bringing this to me?" But your cat is thinking, "You're the one I should give this to." Think about that for a second. Out of the entire environment, your cat chooses you. And by the way, if your cat ever drops something near you and then watches your reaction closely, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means at the end. And it's something most owners wish they understood sooner. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Have you ever noticed your cat sometimes brings you something and then just sits there watching? Most people assume the cat is waiting for praise. But here's what science suggests. A 2016 study on domestic cat behavior from the University of Bristol found that cats often display prey-sharing behaviors similar to what mother cats do with their kittens. In the wild, mother cats don't just hunt for themselves. They bring prey back to teach their kittens how to survive. First dead prey, then injured prey, then eventually live prey, step by step. So, when your cat brings you something, here's what's actually happening. They may be expressing a version of that same instinct, not because they think you're incapable, but because in their world, sharing prey is how you care for your group. And here's the emotional part most people miss. Your cat isn't just showing you something. They're including you in their survival system. You're not outside their world. You're part of it. Here's what most people don't realize. When your cat brings you something and drops it near you, they're not just delivering an object. They're combining scent, territory, and social bonding in one action. Cats have scent glands around their face and paws. Everything they interact with becomes part of their scent map. Researchers who study feline communication explain that cats build a sense of safety through familiar scent zones. So, when your cat carries something in their mouth and brings it to you, they're transferring something from their world into yours. Here's what's actually happening. They're blending territories. The object now carries their scent. And when it's placed near you, it becomes part of your shared space. Think about that for a second. Your cat is creating a world where you, them, and their environment all belong together. This isn't random behavior, it's social integration. And here's where it gets even more meaningful. In your cat's mind, you're not just someone who feeds them. You're part of the territory they trust most. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. And here's where it gets even deeper. Your cat isn't inventing this behavior. They're repeating something that's been passed down for thousands of years. Wild cats survive by hunting. But survival isn't just about catching food. It's about sharing resources within a group. Animal behavior research shows that even solitary hunters like cats still have social learning systems, especially between mothers and offspring. A 2020 review in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that domestic cats retain strong elements of these ancestral behaviors, even when they don't need to hunt for food anymore. So, when your cat brings you something, their brain isn't thinking, "This is a toy." It's thinking, "This is valuable. This is worth sharing." And here's the powerful part. They choose to share it with you. You're not just living with a cat. You're part of their ancient survival pattern. Now here's something that changes how you see this behavior completely. Cats don't bring gifts to just anyone. Have you ever noticed that? They don't drop things in random corners. They don't present them to strangers. And often, they don't even do it for everyone in the same household. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat is selective. Studies on domestic cats reveal that cats form strong preference bonds with specific humans, and behaviors like gift giving tend to be directed toward those individuals, the one they trust, the one they feel connected to, the one they consider theirs. Think about that. Out of everyone around them, your cat chooses you. So, the next time your cat walks up and places something near you, remember, that moment isn't random, it's personal. And this is the part most people miss completely. When your cat brings you something and then stays nearby, watching you, they're not just waiting, they're observing. Remember earlier when I said your cat might watch your reaction closely? This is what I was talking about. Animal cognition research shows that cats are capable of reading human responses and adjusting their behavior. So, when your cat gives you something, they're paying attention to what you do next. If you ignore it, if you react negatively, if you push it away, they don't understand it the way you do. Because in their world, that was a meaningful act, a shared moment, a social gesture. And here's the deeper truth. Your cat isn't just bringing you something, they're reaching out, testing connection. And when you respond calmly, even just acknowledging it, you reinforce something powerful, that their world and your world are connected. There's one thing you should always pay attention to. If your cat regularly brings you gifts and suddenly stops, this can sometimes signal a change. Behavioral scientists note that shifts in natural behaviors can reflect stress, illness, or changes in environment. Because cats don't communicate discomfort directly. They change patterns. So, if a behavior that once felt normal suddenly disappears, don't ignore it. Your cat may not be trying to teach you anymore. They may be trying to cope with something else. And noticing that difference matters. So when your cat brings you gifts, do you actually know what they're trying to say? It's not random. It's not just play. And it's not something meaningless. Behind that behavior is something much deeper. Instinct. Connection, and a quiet form of communication, that small object they place near you. That wasn't just a thing. That was an offering. That was inclusion. That was your cat saying, "You're part of my world." That's not strange behavior. That's trust. And that simple moment, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.